What's up, everybody? We're back. Tuesday, another week. We have Matt. He's from Minnesota, and I think he recently moved out of there to another state. Pipe fitter. We're super excited to have you on, and we're happy to be back in the January and also kind of like on a normal schedule because
We got
the
Brian
holidays were
back,
rough,
baby. We got
man.
Brian back.
Yeah, because I was traveling and then it was crazy and I had dinners and events and I'm still traveling. So this is week two and I'll be traveling again next week, man. So
Where you going
staying
next? Where you
busy,
going
getting
to next
after it.
week?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas.
Not
It's
Dallas,
nice down
Texas.
there.
Is it Dallas? Because I was traveling.
Are you
Yeah,
in?
Dallas.
Oh,
Dallas, Texas. We were there last month too. So I'll be back there. Um,
boom. All
Dude,
right.
I had some of the best barbecue I ever had in my entire life there.
In Texas?
Oh, dude, I went in there and then they had these giant beef ribs, and you can buy as much as
Boom.
you want. And I got excited.
Boom.
I didn't even look at the price. It's like, man, I want like three of those, and I want a big rack of that, and I want this.
How
And I
much?
was it was almost $200.
Yep.
I was like,
Buddy
whoa,
was eating. Let's go.
dude.
I'm gonna
I
share this.
finished it too, man. All of it
Good for
gone.
you.
Me
You
and my
didn't take
wife.
any home for later?
I mean, I think I had like some sides and a couple of pieces of brisket, but not much. That's something, I mean, you spend that kind of money on that kind of barbecue. I mean, you're taking it home. You're not throwing that away. You're
Fire
taking
sprinkler
all
fitters
the to-goes back, all of
unite.
it. So I got a story for today, man. Oh man. So the people in the Southeast, they know what's up. Even up there in Boston, like the big storm that came through, the whole East Coast. So y'all got hammered. It swept all the way to the Atlantic, and so down in Georgia, huge storm. I mean, like right below us, there was tornadoes. There was a death. It got really bad. Tons of wind,
Someone
tons of
died?
rain. Yeah, someone died in Georgia. But it was from a tree falling on them. I think it fell on a house, so it wasn't like a tornado or anything. But there was some
I'm gonna
tornadoes.
drop the
It
link in
was
the Discord.
it got pretty serious. I mean, it was severe thunderstorm and all that. So I'm a weather nerd. So like every morning, Weather Channel's on, and I know what's going on. And I knew that at 11 a.m. the worst part of the storm's gonna be at 11 a.m. Well, I got a guy coming for delivery. I think it was like 10:30, 10:40. Pulls in, I get in the lull, I take it off, I deliver it, and then I was told that there's two more. I was like, okay, all right, cool, I can get it. But the second delivery guy took his time. I mean, he like parked and he didn't want to get out and get wet. And
Did he
then
have rain gear?
when he did, yeah, but once he got just a jacket, then
He's a
he
truck
opened up
driver
in the
without
back.
rain gear?
He got in and then he had to like move things around. And by this time, it's 11 o'clock. And the rain is sideways. I mean, the wind is just going like crazy. And at some point, I could not see the 18 wheeler in front of me. So I'm in the low. I had the forks up, and I'm just hanging on. I just get hammered. I'm holding on to my hard hat, and it's just coming. It's just coming. And then finally, it slowed down a little bit where I could see it. I hit his light a little bit, but they had those cages on the trailers, and he's like, "You're hitting my light." I was like, "I can't see nothing." So I get it, take it back in the room, into the facility, and then I get in my truck and try to just warm up and kind of get dry. And then my seat's soaked. I have like an inch of water down by my feet, and then I'm like, screw it, and I go back to my hotel. My hotel doesn't have a dryer, and I only brought one pair of pants for the job. I'll just wear them all week, and then that's it, right? So I dried off my boots, put the hair dryer in the boots, dried them off as much as I can. And then I put on some gym shorts and then like my work clothes. I changed my work clothes, so different shirt, different jacket, and then I head over to Bobby's favorite jean place, Old Navy,
Let's
grab me some
go.
jeans, grab me some jeans, put my boots back on, went back to work. And as soon as I got back, we're working on the stub up, building out a riser.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
And
whoa, 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 whoa. How's the jeans?
yeah, the jeans are good.
Yeah,
Jeans are good.
shit.
I tried on the straight. I couldn't really fit my thighs to the straight, so then I had to get the
Well,
athletic,
it's because you have
and
this
it
little
works.
waist and you got like, you have like that hourglass girlish
Yeah,
figure. So you can't
yeah,
have the waist. You have to size to your thighs and tighten the
dog.
waist. You can't have like little waist that's gonna have little thighs. What do I
The
wear? Do I wear
thickness
the
couldn't handle
straights?
it, dog.
I forget if I wear the
Do
straights
you?
or what. Yeah, I wear the straights, built-in flex.
Okay. No, it's cool. I like it. So,
But
Old
I'm not
Navy,
working
I
for
could,
like to have oversized thighs like you. I just have like
yeah,
normal size for my normal
normal.
body.
So I opened the
Not
spigot on
Judy.
the 12-inch stub up, right? No water. As soon as I get all the bolts off and I crack it, this water just sprays all over me. We had to open the hydrant to reduce the pressuring. And dude, I'm soaked again. And it's like I think it's like 2 o'clock. So the our shift ends at like 5:30. So for the rest of the shift, I'm soaked.
You didn't. I
Just
thought you knew
working
that you're
through it.
You
supposed to
know,
have an extra
y-
outfit in the van.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
but
say it's like a cardinal sin
bro,
right there.
guys, I haven't done this in like 4 years. Okay, so
You're lear- you're learning the hard way again, all over.
again,
Yo, what's up to
again,
the chat? Tommy
man,
Howe, Chad Tester, 3 for today. Hashtag LA. My pond overflowed over my driveway. I made it through that, but almost floated away on 285. Georgia was a bit wild today.
dude, the storm was wild. When I talk about rain, like it was severe thunderstorm, flash flood. The rain was sideways, wind was crazy, plastic pipes hitting the lull. Like it was bad. It was really
You guys
bad.
must get what we got yesterday.
Boom. All right.
Yes,
I shared
yes.
We got
So
everywhere.
it,
We
it
smacked
went.
are
yesterday.
we are
So that
shared
same
up.
thing is
Yo,
this,
Matt,
and
what
then
up? Thanks for
also
joining.
it intensified as well overnight.
I just got
So
like
it went
20
through.
inches of snow. It's like lightweight. Just quick
We
It's
20,
were
like
just
pushing
a
lightweight.
snow
quick.
for 7 hours today.
Yeah, I did that.
What?
I did that Sunday. I did
Y'all keep wanting. Y'all keep making me never want to go.
I did like 2 3 hour sessions. I did like a foot and then basically another foot. And I woke
But
up in the
why deal
morning,
with that?
had a cut. Why not? What do you mean? You
It's
see
so
my
much
yacht? You
fun.
seen the videos I sent you? It's beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah,
And
it is beautiful. It
it's
is.
so that there's a advantage because a lot of people are scared, so they stay home. So there's not a lot of people on the road. But then you got like hardos like in a front wheel drive Kia, and they're like trying to drive around. Fitchburg, where I reside, is the second hilliest city in the country, and
Is
people
that
are
right?
people are
Whoa.
like leaving their house in a little like Elantra front wheel drive, and they got to do left and then right, and then left and then right all the way up the hill, and I'm just like behind them in the van, like why wouldn't you just stay home today?
Yeah. So, but y'all have plows.
I
You do
think
salt like the whole thing, right?
so. They putting out, yeah, they'll pay you if you have like an F-250 with a plow, they'll pay you 150 bucks an hour to plow for your city, and
Hey,
Whoa.
you can go plow after work. And some like and the more wealthy cities with the higher tax people, like you can get $200 an hour. If you have a front end loader with a big plow on it for like a parking lot, they'll pay you like $400 or $500 an hour or something.
So you do that. You do that. What? 4 times a month, once a week, and then you got your truck payment.
Well, yeah, people would do it all night
if it
every night, but it
snows,
doesn't fucking snow usually. You go buy It's like when you buy a brand new snowmobile, it doesn't snow for 2 seasons. You go buy a brand new
You only
plow truck,
do it.
it won't snow. But you
Oh
can't
yeah,
buy a
because the
plow truck
snow
during a
stays snow.
snowstorm. So all the trucks that we're looking at were plows. Like they'll literally bump the price up like $1,000 before right before the storm on like a used truck
Mm,
that's been sitting there for 100 days. Oh, storm's coming. Crank it up.
and then it'll disappear.
Oh, Chad said it got below
oh
50 in the
yeah.
desert. Wow, that's cold. I walked out, it's like 15 degrees. I got to scuvvy out there and start the van and then come back in and chill for a bit. It's cold.
Dang man.
It's
You got
cold,
a rear
Yeah,
bro.
wheel drive
that
van,
sounds
Bobby?
cool.
Yeah, but I got that baby loaded. And my foot's heavy. My foot is heavy. I'm not getting stuck. I don't believe in that word stuck either. Yo, Joe, what up? Brett, what up? Oh, Brett. Brett was asking me about a flow switch, right?
Oh yeah? What's the question?
Is there a requirement on a flow switch and like its distance and everything? Was that Brett? Yeah, that was Brett. And this is Brett
That's
here.
an NFPA.
So,
That's a 27. I mean a 72 question.
is it? That's
Yeah,
why I
it's an
couldn't find
NFPA
it in
72
13.
fire alarm. No, it's not there.
Oh, all right, well, genius. Oh, you don't have two screens. I mean, I have to look.
No. Get
So
on the link,
I'm on it.
NFPA link.
Oh, look at you. You got 72 saved in here? NFPA
There you
link.
go.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Let me maximize this thing. Whoa. How the fuck do I use it?
You had a whole podcast on how to use it. The teacher was right in front of you for an
Boom.
hour, bro.
Requirements.
Can't be much because I mean they sell those ready risers and they're pretty
So I,
short.
I came up with it was 24 inches. Like I already looked through here. Type stringers and return device. Mm-mm. Telling you, I couldn't find it. Is there a require? You think there is a requirement for a flow switch, like a
Yes.
distance
No,
from the
there is
valve?
100%. Yes. Yeah, there is.
Hmm.
Sarah's doing her thing, dancing naked right in front of me, distracting me. What?
All
I
right.
didn't
Well,
say it like
let's
that. It's okay.
Matt. So how did you get into the
No,
industry?
I muted it. They didn't hear me.
So I kind of, but the company I was working for at the time, back in Minnesota, they found out we all found out we were losing our jobs. They're shutting the plant down, and I went deployed after that. Came back from deployment, and while I was gone, a family member ran into somebody that was in the industry, and they're like, "Oh, when he gets back, just have him give me a call." And so I called them, called the company. They had me start quickly after that, and been doing it ever since. But just over 7 years now. So did
Oh,
Dude, that's
little
awesome.
over 2 years in install and then doing Walmart remodels and stuff like that. And then I was in inspections and a little bit of service from 2019 to November this year. And then I took a job as a foreman doing new install out here in South Dakota. So moving
Cool.
back out of Minnesota out to South Dakota again.
I seen you. You posted like protecting all the Walmarts or something. Cause
Oh
I have
yeah,
I have
that's
you on
all I used to
Snapchat too,
do.
right? Yeah, I got you on Snapchat too.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. I think I
Is
see
that
you.
what you enjoy doing? Running the Walmarts?
No, I'm so sick
No?
of
So
Walmarts.
what are they doing at the
Dude,
Walmarts for a remodel? Like the back rooms and shit?
Well, so a lot of it that I was doing back in like 2017 was we were doing full head swaps in the whole Walmart. So stock room, everything. We are swapping all the heads out, sales floor.
I did one of those.
They're
but Bobby
What
terrible.
what
Lippman,
were
like
they? Were they central
Walmart's
heads?
also very, very involved. Like
Oh
it's
yeah.
not like
They are.
it's not like your normal new
No,
construction. No,
no, they know
Walmart
what's
Walmart's
has
going
their
on.
own
extremely
special
involved.
heads.
Yeah.
So
They
why
have
were
their
you
own
doing a change out?
sprinklers.
They weren't old, were they? They were recalled?
No, no. These were just Walmart had their own
Yeah,
Tyco
they
heads, I
designed their
believe, that
own
they came
head.
out with. And
Oh.
then so we would just go in and change out all the heads, and then we'd usually have to add supplemental mains to it as well because the heads had a higher K factor on them.
Huh.
So it ended up being a lot of work.
That sounds like
And it
it.
was at night with customers there all the time, and
Oh, I like that. That sounds
nobody's used
fun.
to a lift driving around on a sales floor. So
Yeah. So
I
what do
did a
you
bunch of
want
work
to
like
do?
that.
Like if you had to pick your perfect job at this point with all the roles, what do you want to do?
man, I don't know. It's a tough question because I like being a foreman. I mean, I've been having a lot of fun. It hasn't been very long, but I've been having a lot of fun doing that already. But I mean, my heart's really in inspections because that's, I mean, I was
Dude, I
really good at
mean, yeah.
inspections. I know 25 really well. Um, Coming back as a foreman, I was just trying to kind of move up into more of a leadership role. And so that was kind of the way I found to do it. But learning 13 again is fun.
Yeah. Man, you do about another like if you do let's say like 3 years in the foreman
Yep.
role, and how long were you doing inspections?
Just shy of 5 years.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you should be able to pick up like a service position, like a
Yeah.
service manager
Yep.
position, when you're ready in a couple of years of foreman,
Yep.
and then you'll be for sure ready, and then you just get your name out there. But I think if you're wanting leadership, I think you're on the right path. especially being where you did inspections and then you're a foreman. I mean, like that's not that combination of what you got going on right now is is not easy to find.
No,
It's
and it makes
very
my installs
uncommon.
better, honestly, because I know how the service guy wants it done because I put drains on everything now
You
because I've
have
had to
to.
sit there and
Yeah.
drain everything into a barrel for 5 hours.
Oh, geez. And then the salesman and then the manager is like, why are we losing so much money on this?
I get so
You know?
impatient when water's draining that I just start working. I work with the water. I can't. I literally like if we're draining for like 20 minutes into a barrel and we're just doing barrel swaps, like I don't know, man. I'm fucking gonna start taking shit apart. I'm pulling an elbow, getting more barrels. Basically, I'm gonna make a mess. Matt Bass says that there's no distance requirement, and if would be an NFPA 13. How can there be a distance if the ready risers and the flow right there? So in my head, I know that like the ready risers are kind of not included in this, but I have like this 24-inch number. And then Al says, as long as the flow switch works, it's good. But I remember a Potter rep years ago saying it needs to be at least 2 feet from the main drain. That was before the Ready Riser came out. That might be what I'm thinking, but I always thought it was like 24 inches
Hmm.
from a elbow to put a flow switch. So I didn't know. I don't know. I think you should just change that whole alarm valve. And then Chad asked, did Minnesota find Dope and Tape, or did Dope and Tape find Minnesota? How'd you guys connect? Also, thanks for joining the show, Matt.
That is true.
I
How did you
feel
hear
I feel
about
like
us?
we've been
I
chatting
just
for a bit.
Googled fire sprinkler podcast. This was like the first thing
Oh,
that came
dude,
up, and I've been
wow.
listening for a while.
Let's
What?
go.
And
Look at
So
this.
cool.
Look at this. Nobody's gonna comment about that. Change of
We
background.
got the
Look at
flag.
that flag.
Nice.
Dude, that's pretty cool. You Googled us?
yeah,
That's fucking
I think
cool,
I just
Whoa.
dude.
Google or Spotify, and Dope and
He
Tape came
Googled
up.
us.
But he Googled.
He Googled this. That's so cool. No, no, I mean we done this for like a year. Like that's so cool.
This is
I
the first
mean,
person that said that. So I think we've I don't know. How long have you been following me? No, I don't even know. You just started following me on Instagram because you was
Yeah,
talking the other
yeah,
day on the show, right?
yep, yep,
Okay.
yep. I've been listening to the show for probably 2, 3 months or so. I'd
Okay.
say maybe even longer than that. But
What'd you do? Start at the
um,
beginning?
I kind of jumped around a little bit because I would listen to the most recent ones, and then jump back, listen to some older ones, and go back and forth like that.
Like, damn, these guys
dude,
sucked in the
how
beginning.
terrible were the beginnings?
It's come a long, long way, hasn't it?
It has.
And
Appreciate
it's
that.
and something that I don't know if you know about Bobby, you and the listeners, but he is probably the most unimpatient, no, no, you're second. You're second.
No,
Bobby is for sure number one. Terrible. Every
least
time I get with
we would
him,
say up here,
it's
least patient.
it's
What'd you say?
least patient,
Unpatient? What did you say?
Impatient?
unpatient,
Oh, did she whack you? That was a good one. Hit him
unpatient.
harder. Unpatient?
Yeah,
That's what you
yeah.
coming up
He's
with? Is that a
that's
word?
what I got.
You're
That's what I
fucking with me,
got.
right?
Impatient.
Yeah, patience is
Impatient. You're not
whoo.
patient.
I'm
You're
working on it.
impatient.
I'm working on it. Every year I get a little less. Or wait, am I supposed to get more? I don't know what's happening, but just fucking don't be driving in front of me and not be going like 20 miles an hour over.
But even when I'm with you, you're like, hurry up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's just
We're in
turn it on. Why
Florida.
are you
It's
sitting there,
95
bruh?
degrees out, bro. The car's been sitting in the sun all day. You jump in and you're like, all right, we're going to go to the same spot as yesterday. Let me type it in my GPS. And we sitting in there and I'm sitting in the back and I'm like, this car's fucking 400 degrees. Like a smart person would start it immediately, turn the air conditioner on, and then just drive to the location because we know where it is because we were there yesterday. And there would be no fucking with the phone. I'm
Well,
driving
no, I
next
think you're
time.
just. I think you have issues with like the heat. You know, like living up there, you're just so used to the cool.
No,
So you get a
no,
little warm, you
no.
freak out. You can't
AC's
handle it.
there.
I
It's,
think that's
it's
what
like
it is.
it's if the first world is still alive, I'm gonna use all of the everything that's offering, including the AC, like on like
Yeah,
zero, blast it. Oh yeah, let me see.
I
Ready
get
Risers
that.
is a UL listed assembly, so it does not have to follow the 24-inch minimums. And you're right, Bobby. Also 2 feet from any fitting. Never know if that was code though. Was just a suggestion. Yeah, so it's like a 427 Victaulic alarm valve or something. He tried to change the flow switch on. That's discontinued. Is the problem he's having?
Hmm. Like the riser
Yeah,
or the
he
whoa.
pulled the flow switch. It was shit. So he pulled it out and replaced it, but it's discontinued. So it's like tough to find the replacement or something. Matt's
Yeah.
apprentice here. He got me hooked on you
Oh, is
guys
that
while
Bucky?
I listened on the job
Yeah.
site. Don't let him talk too much shit about me. That's Michael. That's Michael. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh
Bucky.
yeah.
Bucky, what up, Bucky? How's he doing on the job? Pretty good.
He's pretty good.
Pretty
He's
good.
he's
So if
just like
Bucky
a
was,
7/8 month guy, and he gets along pretty
He's
good.
gonna
So
be pretty good at this one
that's
day.
good.
I think so. He's got
Just,
it.
just not today.
Yeah, not today.
So 8 months, he's reading blueprints, he's hanging main, he's stabbing branch lines,
Oh yeah.
like he's
Oh yeah.
doing it
Does
all.
he ride with you?
Uh, Depends where we're at, because like we're doing some jobs in town right now, so we just kind of meet at the job site. But
Oh, but
we
if
go a
you
little bit out of town, yeah, we ride together.
do, you let him sleep?
I do. Some other people in our office don't let him sleep.
I'd rather them sleep. I don't understand what the
Usually, but
big
I
deal
put dope
is.
and tape on, and that keeps him awake, honestly.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
I can imagine that. Yeah, I listen to shit like on full blast, and little Bobby will just sleep. I'll have like some conspiracy on, and I have it on my Bluetooth radio in the middle. I'll have it on like full blast, and he's just like sleeping away as I'm driving very
I made my
responsibly and
guys just like
respectfully.
my father made me read. I
Read?
mean, he let me sleep sometimes. It was
Boom.
the code
Just
book.
been like, oh
If
no,
you're
this
riding,
reading
you're
in the car
reading.
makes me car sick. I gotta go to sleep.
If you're riding, you're reading.
Riding is
Yeah.
reading?
So
No.
yeah. So like I did it with Alex too. Like if we're riding, he's reading.
Damn, Pops. Now that's just you're passing that down now because Pops did it to you. Did you
Yeah.
guys switch off? You didn't
Yeah.
switch off driving?
No, my dad always drove. Now,
Uh,
Alex, and at the time when he came on, thank goodness, I was going through a rough time in my life, and he would drive when I was hungover. So,
mm.
those days,
Pops would
that's all in the
always
past. But those 8 months that I was, I mean, he kept me having a job, thank goodness. But
shout out to
yeah,
Alex.
yeah, Alex is, I mean,
Brian
he
always
kept me
calls him an
having a
apprentice,
job.
but he is not an apprentice.
No, he should be getting his truck soon.
That is awesome. That's such a
Yeah,
cool day.
level
Like when you get to
two.
take a truck home and have it in the driveway and like look at it, walk out to it the next day.
I
My
want to
father,
be there when he gets it. I want to be
you
there when he
should.
gets it.
Well,
That'd be
someone's
awesome.
got to
Yeah,
someone's got to drop him off, right? Like that's
yeah.
usually the thing when you go get
Yeah.
the trucks. Like my wife had to bring me in at 5 in the morning to the city so I could get the truck and still make it to the job. But my father would always drive and I would sleep, and then he'd be like, he would always say something like he wanted to get home, so he would let me drive like on the way home because he knew I'd get home faster. And
Uh,
most of the time he would sleep.
yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. I think so. Okay. So next week I'm gonna call his branch manager and be like, hey, when you give him the truck, I want to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's pretty
I think
cool.
that'd be cool
That will be really cool.
for sure. Hopefully Alex isn't listening. I don't know.
See if they'll
He
put your
probably
picture
doesn't
in the
listen.
topper or
What's
something.
up, Wayne? Oh yeah, you got to
Yeah,
get a little
yeah.
little face shot and put it on the
Yeah.
in the speedometer.
Never forget me.
Put a dope and tape sticker on the back window.
Yeah. Go ahead and get them fitted out. Some Arco tools in
I
there.
put a
Go
roll
ahead
of
and get in
I
there,
put a
man.
roll of Teflon on the other van guy's antenna today.
Already. Yeah.
Um, we were on the island, so when we were on the island, I put a roll of Teflon on his antenna. It's the funniest thing when it fucking unravels. It's much better than like a zip tie on the zip tie
On
on
the
the
drive
drive
shaft.
shaft. Yeah, that'll really get
On the
somebody.
what? Zip tie on what?
Put a
On the
long
drive
zip tie
shaft.
on the drive shaft, preferably like right next to the biggest part of the exhaust.
Oh,
And then that thing is just ticking
so it
away down
clicks.
there. And then they're like, and then they're at the shop though, and then like everybody's like, this thing's ticking away, and he like brings it to a dealer, and then everybody gets in trouble. So it's like,
Yeah, not
just tie
good.
some Teflon to his antenna, and then he just got like a 10-foot streamer. He's like, what the hell? That's a good trick. So you got any? How about a flood story? You got any good flood stories for us?
And I haven't had a flood story in a while, but I did. I was pretty new. It was one or two of my first Walmarts down in Kansas City that I was working on. But I went up. The foreman that I was with, he went up, put like a 20-foot pre-drop in for this pharmacy that they were doing. He put a plug on it. He didn't put a valve on it. And he goes, "Oh, just go pull that plug up." And he got the drain sock or whatever down to the barrel. So I just pull the plug, drop it down in the barrel. Then he's like, "We got to put that plug back on." I'm like, "What are you talking about? You said pull the plug." So I dropped it in the barrel. So I mean, water's just gushing out of this 1 inch drop or
Oh
whatever,
man.
and it's like brand new drywall they just screwed to the wall. It's getting
Oh
soaking wet
dude.
and everything.
Oh
Oh, the
man,
poor
that's
He grabbed
drywall
another
guy
terrible.
always
plug,
gets
ran up the
fucked.
backside, and screwed it in. I was like, why didn't you put a valve on it?
Oh, he drops the plug. I love that.
Oh man.
In the barrel, and then the barrel's filling with water, and you got to reach
Oh
in
yeah,
as it's dumping on your head. The sheetrock guy is always getting screwed. How come like they got to replace 2 sheets and they try to say it's 30 grand? That's what I don't understand.
Oh dude,
Those
yeah.
bastards. Huh?
they didn't hit us with nothing because they constantly at that Walmart. It's like we had like 6 or 7 pre-drops in that pharmacy, and those the drywallers would go up in their scissor lifts, and they just wouldn't pay attention, and that 1 inch would hit the bottom of the lift and just smash off and
Isn't
flood the
there like
store
isn't
out.
there like a trapped main in the back of a Walmart, like a 6-inch trapped main that runs all the way in the back of a Walmart? Or no?
Depends on the store because some of them they're all a little bit different, but not, I don't remember ever seeing anything
Maybe
like
that was
that.
at a Lowe's. I remember there was like this trap main that was at these. That's probably Lowe's. My dad always made me drive on the way back to all the time. He had to get his rest
Yeah.
in. That was it. We switched off. I slept on the way in. He slept on the way home.
I got a thing where I have to drive. I'm not a good passenger.
Yeah.
Same.
I think
Like
that's
for
what my
unless it was
dad
my
is.
father or my wife. Like I fucking hated driving with Brian. I won't drive with little Bobby. I don't drive with really any of my buddies. I got one buddy that I'll drive with. I'm not a passenger. I don't. I'll grab the wheel. I'll be honking at people.
Yeah, I mean, you complain the whole time. In the
I
future,
separate.
we're gonna take Uber
Nope,
or you're gonna
separate
drive.
cars. I'll take
Just
Uber's awesome because I'm sitting in the front with the Uber guy and I'm gonna talk to him and that would be awesome. 'Cause he'll be a way better driver than you. The air conditioner will be on and ready for me. I'm down with that. I'll get in and we'll go. It won't be none of this like crossing the street using a GPS. It's like little Bobby.
man,
We
I
go to
do.
Boston every day. Little Bobby needs the GPS. Like,
I have
dude,
a
we've been going
problem.
here for
I
10 years.
every no in Atlanta. So in Atlanta, you put GPS on everything every single time.
What? Does it tell you how to avoid
Every time.
gunshots?
No, you just don't know what's gonna happen. You know,
What does that mean?
like we don't know if there's a wreck or anything like that.
Is it like a
It's nice to
drastic?
have the
Is a
traffic
drastic
information.
different way you could take?
No, no.
Sometimes.
Well,
So
sorta.
what?
Yeah, I mean,
So
sorta. There
so the
is in
GPS doesn't
Atlanta
matter because you have to
sometimes.
go that way no matter what.
No, because you can go different ways. Yeah, in
Hmm.
Atlanta.
What's your
Because you have
GPS
a
of choice?
oh, I do ways
All right, you
for
got it.
sure.
Good.
Yeah.
I was if you would have said like the Apple Maps or something, it would have been done for.
No, that's the
The
worst.
worst. The
The
worst
worst.
one.
But with Uber, I do have a problem. Is if they're driving a Tesla, I have to tell them how unsafe their Tesla is
I hate
because
Teslas.
of fire.
I hate
Because of
AVs.
fire. I mean, I was like, they're just gonna catch on fire. I hope you don't, park this in
I
your
watched this
garage. And if you
documentary
do,
about
you're an
these
idiot.
incentives that EV companies were getting that they could make money just off the incentive. They never even sold the cars. They made like hundreds of thousands of cars that sit in a field like in China because they made
Like
mad
the
money.
Ford,
They get
like
mad
the
money
Ford
just to
Lightning,
produce them. Yeah, similar to that. But you see, Ford is
dude.
they're done. They're not doing any
They're
more
in,
EV.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
But
They're trying to
they got
gain
bent
back. They're
over.
trying to gain back
You
America
know,
because EV's awful. It's just so awful. I'll use Waze to drive two
terrible.
miles down the road in Atlanta. There's 20 ways to go. Oh shit. Al's
See, thank you. That's what I'm talking about.
Al's in here. Oh, that's crazy. I just like I don't
You
know.
have to. You have to in
Gunshots. I'm
Atlanta.
dead. I don't know,
Yeah,
Chad. You know, it's
gunshots,
Atlanta. It's
crime
like
sceit's
shootout
Hey,
ahead.
we
Bear
can't,
left.
yeah, we can't say too much. I'm trying to get Chad here in Atlanta with me.
It's super safe, Chad. You just use your GPS and it avoids you
You'll
around
love
all the
it.
bad
It's
areas.
beautiful, beautiful trees and flowers everywhere, just like you
Yeah,
like
but
it. You can go walking
Chad
everywhere.
needs like mountains and like rocks and shit to go climb. And
Oh, we
like
got all that.
what? In Atlanta?
Yeah, you
Don't
can just
lie.
drive an hour. You got everything.
Oh, okay. He
Yeah,
might be
and
down with that.
I told him to check out Woodstock, Georgia. I think that's his scene right there. That's Chad's spot.
Boom. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. And I'm trying to get trying to find a building actually in
I see
Atlanta.
Chad as like an Ashburnham, Massachusetts kind of guy. You know?
Ooh, I
Lake
don't know,
house.
man.
Yeah, chilling on like a
Well,
lake.
he's
Nice
done
like
like
200 feet of
Washington,
water
so he's probably
frontage. Like,
yeah.
just
That
nature in
sounds
the back.
expensive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I mean,
But
it's
the
like anything.
Carolinas are
It's
beautiful. I mean,
expensive where he's
they
living right
got the
now.
beach, they got all that. Oh yeah, yeah. He's over in Cali.
Flow
Got to get
switches
out of there.
must be 6 inches
He's
from
got to
change
get
of
out of there.
direction and 24 inches from a drain. There is a manufacturer requirement. Joe Sapper, what up? I love
Thank you,
it.
man.
Where can I
There you
find
go.
it? Where can I look at it? I read it and I trust you, but I
Well, if
wanna
it's
hold it.
manufacturer
Crack Rock Mountain,
recommendations, then
downtown
it'll be.
Atlanta. He said Crack Rock Mountain, downtown Atlanta. Yo, it's fuego in there, my guy. You got to get strapped up right away. Georgia, as soon as you cross the border, they're like, what kind of gun you want? You get it at
You're gonna need
Tedeschi,
it.
right? You could just go roll up to like Little Peach and just shotgun or something.
Kennesaw, Georgia, the county right above me, they actually made it a law where every resident has to own a gun.
That is such a sick law.
Yeah.
What happens if you don't?
I don't think it's enforced. I think they just made it
You
a
better have a
law
gun
just
in that
so
house.
like
You're going to fucking jail.
yeah. But I mean, crime went down a lot.
Yeah, well, they're not going to be running in everybody's house if they know they're armed up. Yeah, all right, we got another flag. Check out
Yeah,
the
let's
others.
see that. Oh, that's sick. I wish they would make it thicker. I can still see you.
You're what?
I need to where I like
You're
don't see
what?
you, you know?
You had a good opportunity to say something right there. Like, I see your stupid face or something, but you just stopped. You paused. It was like that Georgia pause.
I'm just too nice, man. Too nice.
You are. You are.
That Minnesota nice rubbing off.
Yeah, I was thinking Minnesota was gonna have more of an accent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Turn it on a little bit. I'll turn the Boston one
I'm
up. You turn the Minnesota.
I'm real sorry to disappoint you.
There
I live 45 minutes outside of Atlanta and can get to some good climbing spots in 20 minutes. Let's
you go.
go, Al.
See? Telling you. So, when you were doing inspections, was it in, I guess it was in Minnesota, right? So, like, how
No,
was that weather? No?
I did inspections in Minnesota and service for about a year and a half. Most of my inspection time's actually in the Kansas City metro area.
Hit the like button.
Oh, wow.
So I've worked kind of everywhere in the Midwest, North, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas,
Are
Nebraska.
you just moving or just a lot? Or are you doing traveling work?
We've moved a few times. Like we've lived in Springfield, Missouri, and then we lived just outside of Kansas City, and then Minnesota, and then now we're over into South Dakota. But um, my wife likes to move, I guess, and I
Oh,
just follow her
now,
around.
bro, that's move. That's not like, let's find another house in this area or let's upgrade a little bit. Like,
No,
that's
we're
pack up
moving
and
all the time.
You guys are
moving.
bouncing.
Jeez.
So yeah, most of my inspection time was in Kansas City, and then Minnesota. Um, I had to get a license. Once I got up to Minnesota, I had to get a journeyman's license, and that took a little while.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
no, I did I
What's
did
the
a lot of
requirement up
paper
there?
stuff.
8,000 hours?
Yeah, it's 8,000 hours, and then there's a test.
Yes.
And the test is pretty. It's a tough test. Not a lot of people can walk in and just pass it
What is
right
it,
off the bat.
50? Like 50 questions?
It's 100 questions, closed book,
Okay.
Were they like
and then if you
multiple choice, true and false?
yeah, it's all multiple choice. But then if you fail it, you have to wait. If you for the first time you fail it, you got to wait 2 months before you take it again. And if you fail it again, you can only take it every 6 months.
Don't be
So if you
failing it.
fail it twice, and you're getting drug along for a while.
And so now you have a Minnesota State journeyman sprinkler license
Yep,
that you renew
I'm
every year.
licensed in. Yeah, yep. We do 10 hours of continuing education.
Oh, that's
And then
cool.
that also counts for my Wisconsin license as well.
I like that. And so what
But
about
yeah,
you
Kansas and
need
Missouri, there was nothing.
you just can show up like
Nothing?
Yeah, we would hire guys and they'd be in the field by themselves in 4 to 6 months.
oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
that's
it's dicey.
terrible.
Yeah, but can't you do that stuff down in Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we need the
Yeah, you
we
can.
need 8,000 hours in a license requirement, and it also helps the guys make more money. I'm sure you get paid more money working in Minnesota, right?
Oh yeah,
Because of the license.
a lot more.
Yeah,
Yep.
so those licensed states are where you get paid more. Like you
Yep.
because you hold that license, opposed to
Right.
where he's saying like in Kansas you could just what's in Kansas like just corn,
Well, I mean, Kansas City's there,
just like
and
cornfields though,
then
right?
yeah, for the most part. I mean,
It's
once
like
you get
just
west to the
just like
once you
flat
get
land,
west of Kansas City, there ain't much out to the rest of the
just
state,
like flat.
Topeka and Wichita and stuff like that. But
Just corn and tornadoes.
That's
You ever
crazy.
seen one?
a tornado in Kansas?
Yeah.
A tornado
Yeah,
anywhere.
we had one. We had one. I was actually talking about this last night. Right after we moved to Kansas, like there's a tornado that came within like a mile of our house or whatever. And
Whoa.
I was actually in my work truck pulling on the interstate and the sirens were going off. And I was like, well, I can't stop now. I
Damn, the
keep
I've
going.
I've
sirens.
been I've been I want to say in like within a quarter mile of of three, and then three tornadoes, and I've seen one like right in front of me. So I've been around them a good bit
Where are the horns
actually in
at?
Georgia. We don't really there are
They're,
some, but they're
yeah,
not
they're
like
kind of
they used.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Where? Like on a telephone pole?
Yeah, so they go
Yeah.
up and then they'll, but ours is not that loud. Like you won't be able to hear it unless you're pretty close to it. And only some
Minnesota ones are
counties have
loud.
them. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Hopefully Siri tells me. I usually wait till
The
Yeah.
Siri starts
Kansas ones,
flipping
they'll have
out.
them on
She's
the
like, "Oh,
turnpike,
tornado
but
warning," and I'm like, "Yeah, be quiet." Tornadoes are fake up here in Massachusetts. And then like I think we like had one like we had like a couple.
They're so loud, and when they get if they're big enough and they get close to your house, like they shake everything. Like, they shake the house. They're super loud. It's wild. And like before you get one, 'cause it doesn't really have to like storm really hard for you to see it. Because the one I saw, it wasn't raining. Like it was I mean it was black outside, but I could see it on the other side of the trees, and but it wasn't raining. So just watching it and hearing it, super loud thing, just all the force. It was freaking wild, dude.
Donnie, Eric, what up? Chad says they have to know your first name at Dunkin' Donuts to get a license in Boston. There's
Yeah.
like 40 Dunkin' Donuts in each town.
Really?
Dude, there's like I think the town I grew up in, I think literally had 30 Dunkin' Donuts. Like that was
Y'all
they're
don't do the
slim pickings out
Starbucks?
this
that was
way.
something we did like as a school project. Like we all had to like figure out how many were in Leominster, and there was like 30 when I was in high school.
Jeez, that's like counting the Dollar Generals in South Georgia.
Yeah, it's
Like,
it's crazy. They just take over. But they better
there's
know.
like I don't know,
They better know what
I
coffee
don't
I
know how
want.
many.
Why can't I see
So why not Starbucks?
the Facebook
Why
feed?
Dunkin'?
Uh,
Dunkin's got to be cheaper.
it's faster. Yeah, there's not as
Yeah,
many.
it's probably
I have to
cheaper.
walk into Starbucks.
Yeah, you can't do the drive-through.
There is drive-through, but
Take
there's
an
all
hour.
yuppies in it, and they're all waiting for their
Well,
latte,
it'll
caramel,
take an
fucking mocha mate, fucking swirl, whatever the fuck they're getting. I just
it'll
want a
take
cup of
an
black coffee. That's all I want. I don't want any other additives to dilute the coffee that you're there to get. People get like a bunch of cream, and then they put a little splash of coffee. That's like you're having ice cream in the morning. That's hot.
All right,
Chill.
so
Chill with the
so
swirl and the foam and the mocha mate latte.
all right, tell the truth. Is
Black
it
coffee.
better than Azul?
Oh no! What do you, no, Azul's great. But like
Yeah.
for me to wake up and get my Ninja going and brew it and wait for it, like no, I'm gone. Like and then I
Okay.
order Dunkies on the app, or I get it like while I get gas. I got a couple of different Dunkin' Donuts on the way, depending on how I'm feeling.
You got
So
to
we're
get the
still
Bun
working on
coffee
it, but
maker.
The what is it?
It only takes 4 minutes for 10 cups of
I
coffee.
have this fancy Ninja where I
what?
could like I can make it so it brews right when I wake up. But I just like
Oh, I had that one.
I
Yeah.
just want
But
like
the
I don't
problem
know.
with that is that the coffee is not as fresh in the morning if you let it sit out.
No, I would make it turn on. It would automatically turn on and brew. Like I used to have it start at 4:40. It would be a full pot when I
Does
wake
it
up.
grind? Does it grind, or does it need to be like in the seal grind and then
Oh no,
not
no, I'm
powder
not.
and
I'm
then
not
in it?
that. I'm not that crazy. You're a little over the
Oh,
top.
well, I mean, that's kind of what I do. So,
Just-
it's like- but we're sold out right now, and we are coming out with an espresso, so a dark roast for
Ooh, all
espresso.
right. I'll
So
definitely
Hey,
try that.
yeah,
That sounds a little bit
yeah.
stronger.
So
Where's Starbucks from Bobby? Oh, there's Starbucks on the way. I could easily, if it's a lot of times when I go to the shop, if I have to go to the shop in the morning and grab material, I'm going to Starbucks because there's one on a rotary that's on my way, and it's never packed. at the time that I go. But the one near me in Leominster, there will literally be a line at like 5:05 in the morning. There'll be 10 people waiting in that line.
Yeah. Well, let
Dunkin'
me
Dunkin'
deal.
Donuts will not have a line.
So, being honest about Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, just real quick. So, with Starbucks, you'll sometimes, especially if you're drinking your coffee black, sometimes it's very bitter, and sometimes it gives you like acid reflux and all this, and sometimes it just tastes harsh. It's not their brewing, it's actually because they're getting the beans in bulk, and then you're getting beans that are bad, beans that have fungus, beans that are not ready to
Oh
be
my
picked, beans
goodness.
that are old, and then
Sorry.
they're just getting because
I
they
just
have to
throw that
bring it in
plastic lid
such a
away because I don't like that plastic against
oh
my lips. And then
yeah.
I drink, and also like if someone wanted to toss a roofie in, like I'm open for that too. The rim's
Yeah,
open, you know.
let's party.
Toss
The
one right in.
Dunkin' Donuts, they don't. I mean, it's pretty consistent. You don't have that problem with Dunkin' Donuts. So whatever they're
So
doing, they have better beans.
sometimes I get like I don't like when there's coffee grinds, and every now and again you got a
Uh,
newbie at Dunkin' Donuts because they go through employees like crazy,
oh, I'm sure.
and then you get like
All
to
the
you get
girls
to the
leaving to
bottom of the
do
cup, you
OnlyFans.
realize like you've been drinking coffee grinds, like shit.
You go to the
Nah,
same one?
cowboy coffee.
I have several that you know. I got like one at the bottom of my street that I usually use like on the weekends or with family, and then I have a couple along the way. It all depends. It all depends. I like to switch it up. I don't go to the same one. I went to the same one for a lot of times, and then like the lady started being late, and like it wasn't open when it was supposed to be. Like she would be 10 minutes late, and that would like throw me off. And then I'm like,
Oh
I'm never fucking
man.
coming here again. And that's like what happens. I get burned once, and I like
So
never go
only
there. I'll
one cup
never
of
go there
coffee?
again.
Only one cup
Like so today,
a day?
I picked little Bobby up at Target at like 5 a.m. and he gets two coffees. He grabs it on his way. So I'm presented with a coffee when
Mm.
Bobby jumps in the van. And then
Oh,
like
that's
today
what's up.
we went to the island. It's like an hour and 40 minutes to get to Hull.
Right,
And so
right.
when we got there, I bought us two coffees in Hull and we jumped on the boat.
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
So do you double cup your cup?
Double cup my what?
Double cup the cup.
What does that mean? No. What does that mean?
No, more insulation. Sometimes
No. What
it's
is
not too
this?
hot on
What
your
do you think
hands.
this is? I'm not an electrician, dude. I'm a sprinkler fitter. I grabbed that fucking cup. No, I don't want that little cardboard thingy on it either when I go to Starbucks. I'm
Yeah,
not into
yeah.
that.
Well,
I
if
can
you
hold
double
that
cup
cup like
it,
a man. It does not gonna burn me.
well, if you do double cup, then you have more
And
insulation
then
and it's
and
free.
then like you're wasting trees or something. Then like the tree huggers
Oh,
will be
like you
after me.
care. Okay, yeah, like you care.
I'm definitely not gonna be the guy at Starbucks that's like, can I have an extra cup, please? My little hands. I would never. I
Yeah.
won't even ask for help in Home Depot.
I think the sprinkler
I will
guys
leave Home Depot before I ask someone for help finding something.
Our sprinkler guys, as far as like the environment goes, I mean, like especially inspectors, just open the main drain, just let it flow, just let it go.
Yeah, and now you're over here asking for a double cup.
Oh, look at that black. No, for the insulation
What?
function, yeah, for
That's
it's
like
more insulated. It
no.
stays hotter longer. You
No,
want cold coffee?
no. I'm drinking it. It's like that's like you don't drink your beer before it gets warm. Like I drink my shit when it's hot. It's still hot when I'm drinking it, right? It's like when I used to
Yeah,
drink beer, that shit was still ice cold on the last sip because I wasn't sleeping on it.
yeah. First sip
Wasn't
is the
just
biggest
holding
one
it,
too.
talking. I was drinking them babies, sucking them down. You know?
Just going. Yeah,
Yeah. No, my coffee's not getting
I
cold.
feel that.
But if it does get cold, then I'll just drink it. It's like just cold coffee. You know?
Yeah. So Matt, are you gonna be a foreman for the next 2, 3 years, and then start looking for a management role, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Since we,
Yeah. And my company's pretty well aware of what the end goal is of this whole thing. So I'm
how long
hoping
have
that
you been
they
with them?
just not very long, couple months.
Okay, okay.
This new
Well,
company.
that's great that you let them know up front. Hey, this is where I want to be.
That's it.
Yeah,
And then if
and
You
they
gotta ask for
ever,
what you want.
yeah,
the thing is, some guys that are in there, like you'll get a guy at a company that is in that position, and he's just in it. Like he'll be there for years. And then it goes from a good job to his retirement job. Like, and then he just coasts. And
yep,
sometimes you have to look, but hopefully they can like create something for you at the time. I mean, when that time comes, you'll know.
yep,
I would imagine it would be like around the 3 year mark. You're gonna be like, all right.
There's comments, kid.
yeah. Otherwise, there's always inspections to go back to.
Well, see, that's something I tell that. So when I pitch the fire protection industry, that's 100% something I tell them. It's like, hey, you can come in, you can start as a fitter. If you want to be an engineer, you can do all your certifications, be an engineer, go do engineering. If you hate it, you can always go back to fit and pipe, and then you can
Yep.
try something else. Go over to sales. For example, I did sales, and then my branch manager at the time wanted to see me at the branch every single day, which was like an hour there in the morning, 2 hours back. But I needed to go see other customers, so I told him I'm not doing it. I'm not going. And and I ended up this went on for I don't know 8 months. And he's like, "Hey, I got to see you in the office. Come to the office. You start your day in the office." Like, yeah. All right. Yeah, I never came. And then it kept on, and I was like, man, just get me a freaking truck.
What are you
Just
gonna
give
do in
me
the
a
office when you're trying to talk to people and look at shit?
dude. Yeah,
Sales
yeah. And
guy.
it's not like I'm above my quota. Leave me alone. All
Yeah.
right, like leave me
We
alone.
have comments coming in on Facebook,
All right,
and
what
I
we got?
I just checked it, and it was
Whoa,
so we got Joe in here, and he said no sleeping. I think he's talking about it was 23 minutes ago, so it was in the van. He says his foreman cracked my head off the passenger side's window one time, so he
what?
also wasn't allowed to sleep, and now he's probably going to be someone who won't let his apprentices sleep. But then
Yeah.
the carpenter that I work with in, in Boston, we call each other Johnson. Obviously, neither one of our names is Johnson, but he says Johnson enjoys coffee blisters on his hand like a man.
I got that new fancy Milwaukee Pack Out cup. That thing kicks ass.
Oh,
Does and
yeah.
it clips right to the pack out, right?
Clips right to the pack out. It's amazing.
I lose those cups. I like forget the cups.
Oh, that's
Yo,
It held
something
fire
that
ice in
gets
there for
sprinkler
like
guy,
two
what
stolen.
days the
up?
other day.
What is it?
It held ice for 2 days.
Oh wow.
'Cause I just kind
2 days.
of like left it in there and we were down in Texas and I was like, I grabbed it again and I was like, oh, there's still ice in here. That's crazy.
Shout out to
Oh, bro.
Milwaukee. Let's go.
Right?
Thanks to
That's
Milwaukee.
something that will 100% get stolen for sure.
Your cup?
That's the Milwaukee Cup.
It'll be
Like
like
that's a
The
hot
nice one that
blue.
item on
clips
It'll be
in.
new
You
right
get
on.
it
It'll
construction.
just
be
right.
Yeah,
right on eBay, kid. Blue collar Bobby's cup.
yeah.
So my my
Did you
my
get your
super
wrenches back?
my Super 14 got stolen.
Yeah.
So I'm on eBay looking for it. I'm gonna find one of you fuckers that's trying to sell it. You better have it on for like 10 grand. I'll tell you, I had that thing for years. This is my grandfather's wrench. No, I'm just kidding. I remember
Starting bid
the
five
f-
dollars, sold at 15.
the first time little Bobby lost one of my tools. I told him it was my grandfather's.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's what you got to
You
do.
did
If someone
that
if
to
someone
him?
loses one of your tools, right? You instantly just you gotta like just sink.
Kill him
You
with
gotta
it.
sink down and be like, dude, that was my grandfather's adjustable. Pass it down to my dad. You know, then
Oh,
like just
geez.
watch them. Like, yeah, just kidding. I just get that from Jeff Bezos.
So is our Arcos on a Cindy song? What's
Yeah, I'm gonna get
is
I'm
it
gonna
a
get
good
some I'm
song?
gonna try out some Arco wrenches. That's
Yeah.
my plan.
Really?
Yeah, they got wrenches, right? Why not? I'll try them out. I want 14s. I'll make a couple Super 14s.
By the way, in the future, if you work for me, you're gonna get Arco pipe wrenches too,
Arco everything,
for
baby.
sure.
Home base.
Yeah, they're
Let's
great.
go. They are?
They're great, and they've been a humongous supporter of ours, and they have good stuff.
Buddies. They're like
So, and
buddies
it's a
now.
affordable,
Shout
and it's
out.
affordable.
Shout out to
Like I
a big
saw that
Oh,
reducing
Jim's birthday's
couplings
coming
were
up.
like,
Shit, I was supposed to send a video to Russ. Did you send a video to Russ?
I've been on a freaking construction
What do you
site.
think? Nobody
Like
else in this thing
He's
in
been
this
getting
you're
wet.
every
no, bro,
single
you're over
person
here,
every single
dude.
person here
No,
is
no, no,
working
no,
during the day. You're not the only one.
no, no,
Welcome
no.
to the
Listen,
fucking
kid.
club,
Listen,
bud.
kid.
He's
It's
like, "Oh, he
different.
puts
It's
down the
different.
pen. He puts his pen down. He like works for 3 weeks. He's like, "Oh, I'm fucking working all day." Huh? We've been doing this for
Look,
fucking
it's
10
not
years.
service. It's not service, bro. You just hang out for a little bit. All right, let's go
Fucking
Wait,
back
it's
to
10
not.
work.
years.
No, we're working. 30-minute break.
No, dude, I work
Wait,
all
how much are
day,
you
Nowadays.
down?
8 hours, 8 to the gate, baby. We don't
Yeah,
even take
yeah. I don't
breaks.
think.
I don't even know
Yeah,
what a
sure.
break is. It's
Yeah,
the
you're in
job.
service. You
The
do know
job
what
site
breaks
isn't
are.
even level. The whole job site's uphill the whole day.
Every service guy knows what a long break
I
is.
don't do
Yeah.
service. I'm not a service guy. Every job I show up to is contracted and bid. It's just small. It's like a I don't know. I'm
Like a
not,
service job.
but I'm
Something like a
but
service job.
we have a service division and a service
Right,
manager,
right,
and I
right.
don't talk to those guys. Like I'm not on that crew. That guy's not my boss. I got a different boss
You know,
than the service manager.
A lot of service jobs are bidded out too.
Tell
So,
Arco I'll push 50 dope and tape water gauges a month. Let's get them going. Let's
oh, that'd be awesome.
go. That's Chad.
That'd be sick.
Damn. All right. We need some dope and tape water gauges. Where's we gotta get there.
Yeah.
Get Daryl and Russ on the horn. Call them up. No, I'm just kidding. Don't
But a
bother
lot
calling
of
them up.
but really like their couplings, I was looking, like some of them would save me $700, like
Yeah.
comparing prices.
Dude, and you know what? You could call the owner of Arco. You could, and he'll answer.
Yeah.
Right? Try that at another place.
Yeah. Good luck. Well, you could send a message
I sent a
and get
message one
people in
time.
trouble.
Yo, LinkedIn's so powerful. I love that fucking thing.
It is so
Don't
powerful.
fucking ignore
It's
me. I'm gonna go right over
very
your head to the
underrated,
next
guys.
person. That's because LinkedIn will allow me to. All right, I can talk to anybody.
Yeah,
I've
LinkedIn
done that.
LinkedIn got me this job, the
Yeah?
job I got now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, that's what's
Somebody
up.
found me on there and called me, and they're like, "Yeah, we saw your profile on LinkedIn or whatever, and we'd love to have an interview with you." And I was
That
like,
is
I got the
so
cold
cool.
shoulder one time from a manufacturer, sent it the next day. And I think I waited like 3 or 4 days to see if the cold shoulder would warm up a little bit, and it didn't. And I sent it to one of the big directors on LinkedIn, and they called me the next day.
Yeah, they
Like,
call you right back. Why are you ignoring? Why are
yeah,
you ignoring
yeah,
Brian?
yeah, yeah.
Oh shit! I was trying to find a
Yeah.
roustabout yesterday. No one. I probably get condemned in the chat for even trying to find one, but bite me. I was calling around trying to find one. Like they're like, that's not something that we like just stock. Like, no, people don't call and ask for those. Like we can order it and get it to you. I'm like, I need it tomorrow.
like when you need 5 inch.
Yeah, well that we got 5 inch at our shop, and we have roustabouts at the shop, but going to the island, I would have to spend a whole extra hour, probably even more, going down to the shop and then up to the island. It would take me an hour to get to the shop,
Oh,
and then it would take
yeah.
me 2 hours to get to the boat from the shop, and I ain't going there. So,
That's gas, and
well, they'll
your
pay for the
hourly
gas,
rate's
but
probably like
it's
two
just
something.
it's just fucking up and down and driving up and down the coast. Whereas just if I wait a couple days, I could just go to the shop and grab it.
No, I bet your hourly rate's like 350 somewhere like that.
Yeah, I
I would
wish. Well, I mean,
imagine.
well, for them
No,
maybe.
no, not what you get paid, but the hourly rate
Still big. It's
for you
it's
to
it's
do that.
crazy. Inspections is with my certification to be an engineer and prefer. Oh my God, where'd the comment go? And prefer to never draw anything up. I don't know. That comment just like disappeared as I was reading it. Yeah, we get paid well in Boston. They keep on giving us raises. Every union, we just keep on getting raises, and it's nice. We signed like
Do
three.
you guys have separate licenses there? Like, is there a journeyman license and an inspector license, or just one?
No, it's just a sprinkler license. You
No,
just
it's
get a
just one.
Okay,
journeyman
Yeah.
license. And it
that's
was
how Minnesota and
you got to
Wisconsin's
you
too.
you register as an apprentice and you get an apprentice license, and then you get like I think you get new ones as you progress. And if you don't, if you're in a state that has a license and you don't have an apprentice card, you're probably not enrolled in an apprentice program. So make sure you get an apprentice card. But then you just have your in Massachusetts, because I have my card, I could do inspections or install or service or whatever.
Gotcha.
If I was doing backflows, I'd have to get backflow certified. But
Yeah.
Right.
up
Yep.
here,
See,
we
I
don't do
don't.
any. There's no fire alarm whatsoever involved with sprinklers in Massachusetts. Like we don't. My license will not allow me. That's a electrician's job.
See, that's the
Yeah. See, I
Wild
did
West
some
over
alarm
here in
inspections
Georgia.
down in Kansas City.
Like I gotta go
I've
do.
done alarm
They're doing a
inspections.
they're
Yeah.
doing a fire alarm test tomorrow at a hospital, and I have to go there to spin the two tampers and to show that the two flows work. And then
No way.
the electricians will go and test all the rest of the devices. Just the sprinkler devices themselves, no one can touch them but a sprinkler guy, and that's a building that we do. So
That's
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 at
a
six. That's
problem
at
we ran
six
into in
o'clock. That's
Minnesota.
I'll be done by like 6:10. Like who am I? How am I billing for that? Like I'm gonna drive an hour and like work for 10 minutes, and then I gotta hit them for like 3 or something, right?
2 hour minimum.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
2 hour minimum.
I don't like hit them until I get to where I'm supposed to be, because like this is kind of like a thing that came up. So I already had somewhere to be, right? So when I get to where I'm supposed to already be going, the first guy's gonna take the whole beginning part of the day. I think that's how my slip's gonna work. If I roll up at 9,
Well,
Buddy's gonna
as
get
far
billed for
as like,
3. If
well,
I
my
roll up at
bidding,
10, Buddy's getting 4.
with my bidding, I always had two.
2 hour
So if it
minimum?
takes 2 hours, no, I had two. Like if it's going to take 2 hours to do it, and you have some wiggle room, I bid it for four. or if it takes 4 hours, I bid it for. If it gets, yeah, if it takes 4 hours, I bid it for six. If it's anything over for 4 hours, like maybe 5 hours, 4.5 hours, it's immediately eight.
16. Two guys, eight
Yeah,
hours, 16. See you later.
boom, done.
Ask Matt the big one. What team is he on? Is it dope and tape or tape and dope?
Oh, that is
Oh,
interesting.
it's
I wonder what it's
dope and tape the whole way. That's
Dope
all
and
I ever
tape.
learned.
all
Let's
the
There's one
time.
guy I
go.
worked with when I started out that would do tape and then dope, and we would yell at him all the time because
It
there'd be
it
sand and stuff, and
in
then every
my
time.
in my personal Bobby experience, it leaks. Leaks. You get more leaks
Oh,
if you do
really?
dope and tape. There'll be less leaks. That's it. The
It
the
attracts it attracts stuff.
the downfall of dope and tape is if you have a fucking
Hmm.
big brawly new guy, and he's got a 10-inch crescent or even the head wrench, and he's just gonna bury it. That's the problem. You gotta know like fucking hey stop. Like you got a big guy on one, and give him an 18-inch pipe wrench. You're supposed to be doing 1 inch with a 14. And like the whole industry uses an 18 for whatever reason. But if you get like a big dude, brand new apprentice, dope and tape with perfect threads on 1 inch, and you give him an 18, he's gonna fucking bury it. He'll be making new threads. You gotta like know when to stop when you do dope and tape. So that's why a lot of people don't want to do it. But like putting dope on top of the tape is just seems so stupid. It just like all gets pushed off on the fitting, right on the face of the
Yeah,
fitting.
just
It all gets stuck right on the
It
face
looks
of the fitting.
disgusting.
Yeah.
oh yeah, looks rough. And then also if you can't get to those heads or you pre-make drops or sprigs,
Yep.
like then it's dry the next day and
You
you,
got an
you just have a
overzealous
mess.
apprentice, and he goes and just fucking tapes and dopes everything, and then like all of a sudden the super's got an emergency, and you got to pivot and go work on something else for a day or two, and then all that shit's just sitting there, dope on the ground, hardened up. Whereas if the dope was under that tape, it'd be good for like a week or two.
You're good to go. Yeah, you're good.
Super dope or nothing else. Yeah, we use permabond on new shit, on like especially thread like all the 1 inch and up, all the steel pipes. It's all getting permabond. Sorry, service guys. Bite me again. I've always been able. I've never found pipe that I've not been able to get apart. I'm not a service guy, but I've definitely taken service calls, and like I can always wrench it out. I can always slip my 009 in there without having to use a 005, and it's just like I always use the black Permatex and tape with 24s. That shit was never going to take. Jesus, my God. I did a job when I was non-union where they did like those California elbows where it's a half male and it comes up to a 1 inch female, and it's like an old upright system. They take all the uprights out, they put these California elbows in, and then they pipe pendants, and they bid it to just go and remove everything and put the uprights back in. But the California elbows had that black Permatex, and you'd put like a 2-footer on it, and the fucking whole elbow would just snap, and the threads would be in there, and it was supposed to be like a quick like cut the drops, back it out, put a head, move on, and we were there for like a week with all these things snapping off. The plugs would snap right off too if you use that Permatex. That shit was bad. That shit was bad. New lines, baby. It'll come out one way or the other. So
But I
then
have noticed myself because it's been like 4 years I've been in the office, and then 8 years of doing inspections, and then before that I was doing service and new construction, and I'm like re-remembering things after I do it. Like I'll do something and I'm like, oh, that's why I did that. Oh yeah, that's right. It's like I'm having to relearn all this stuff
call me
again.
up, dog. I'm here for you. Huh? I'll take a FaceTime anytime. Wayne says 3 hour minimum. I like that. The first two companies I worked with were 4 hour minimums.
4 hour minimum.
4 hour
Yeah, I
minimum.
don't agree with that just because like you try to keep relationships and good things good prices with some customers. So if it's something simple, I like to take that thing that's something simple and be like, hey, I'll cut you a break here. I know you're gonna bring us some good work and we have a great relationship. So I'm gonna send you this price. We're just gonna get this handled for you and we're gonna move on and call me when something else happens. If not, I'll catch up with you in a couple of months, see how you're doing, and then I'll see you at the annual. So I think that I understand the 3 hour minimum, but I think it should really be flexible as far as business development and their relationship standpoint. of the service branch.
You're in the field, bro. Throw that shit out the window. Grow a mustache, curl it. I could probably get them to pay the bill for 8,
Yeah.
and they'll still call me the next time.
Yeah,
For
but
real.
Well,
then
and
the
I
other
guess
thing,
I'll ask the
but see,
super.
I'm
I'll be
good at
like,
the other thing
I asked the
too.
super. I say, are you like? I know it's 10. Are you expecting a 4-hour slip, or am I gonna give you an 8-hour slip right now? He's like 8-hour slip. Like this is all for 8 hours. I say, yes sir, thank you. Boom. Just ask them. Be straight up. Because like you're gonna sign the slip for 4, and then what? That means I'm getting 36. I gotta go find something else to do because you didn't have a job that was adequately gonna last me the whole day. Don't call me next time unless it's eight
Well,
hours.
I definitely believe, in what like Matt Best said when he was on,
Horsehair.
um, that that your guys, if they have a 6 hour job, they get done with at 4 o'clock. Well, let's say better example. There's an 8 hour job, right? They get done in 5 hours. They put 8 hours on their slip. That's what it was bid for. Go home. Like I think they should definitely call the office. Hey, you got something? I'm done. This is what's going on. Is anybody needing help? Anybody in trouble? Oh, and then you go home.
Boom. Yeah, for
Get
sure.
your 8. Everybody's happy. Everybody.
Yeah, that's a definite thing because then if you did that scenario where you have them sign the slip at 1, 6 to 2, they sign the slip at 1 for 8, and then the company wants you to do something for an hour. Well, then the next time the slip's gonna be for 7. We'll both get 7. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You don't want? We'll both get 7.
Yeah.
Next
That's
time we'll both get 4. Or can we just
right.
do
How
the
do you want to
fucking 8?
really
We'll
do
both get
this?
fucking 8, and I'm gonna go home. Like we got the
Like,
8. The
yeah.
customer's paying for 8. What about down in
But like
Australia,
that's
hemp and soap? I see that. The
I
terrible.
videos, that shit's crazy. We got Andrew from
Terrible.
Australia, and he's saying we use horsehair and a block of soap from your shower. I don't want anything from Brian's shower. Chad
You know
Tester,
what?
same
You
old
probably grow some
two-step.
hair
Oh, here,
then.
making it happen. I said that, but much faster than what Brian said. That's like, that's what I'm saying. It's just a little bit slow. Like he starts the car slow, talks slow, stories are slow. It's all right, but we still love you. That's what I
The way
said,
I am, man.
but much
Love it
faster
or
than
not.
Brian said. I love that. Yo, the hemp and soap is just I don't know. I don't know if it's ever gonna
I
make
feel
sense.
like it's
I need to do it. I need someone to send me some hemp and soap, and I want to do it, and I want to test it. Do you guys pressure test the 250? Like you're gonna use who donate? Where do you get the horse from? You call the supply house. You're like, yo, send me a bag of fucking hair, bro.
they probably get it from the wig shop.
And then you steal the
A
soap
lot
from
of the
your
wig
wife,
shops
or like what kind
use
of soap is it? Is it Dove? Is it scented? You got to deal with scent. Does it get all over your hands? Then like you
they
don't when
put it
you
but
in.
I watched
then
them
it's
put it in.
everywhere. Like it just
They take like a strand of it and they wrap it around the hot threads and then they just like hold the bar soap on it and it like holds it down.
but it also can't be quick. And it's not as clean as tape. No way.
I'm sure I'm definitely there's guys out there that can put it on quick, but it's definitely not as quick as dope and tape.
No.
Boom boom.
And I just
And
feel
I would
like
be
it's
willing to
very like
race if you want to. Send me a video. Let's do old fashioned race. I want to get some races going again. That's what I'm gonna do. What did I do last time? I
yeah.
made a thread. But if you got a high speed machine and someone's got a low speed machine, then there is factors about threading. But and then you never know if the person is actually making a full, 9 threads. Next job, I'm trying it. I'm bald, so as ass hair and hand soap.
That's it. I can't say.
Oh shit, horsehair, bro. I just don't get it. I see like a bristle. So when I put dope, you put dope on the threads, and like a bristle will come off the brush, and it will be laying on the threads, and I'm like, oh shit, that's gonna make it leak. And these guys are just like putting fucking all those hairs in the threads.
I just feel like it's something like you would see in an Amish town. It's like, oh, we can't buy that. We got to use the
It
the
is.
horse
You
hair.
you just open up the gang box, and it's just boxes of Dial hand soap, just orange.
Yeah.
It comes as a roll from the fire shop. The hemp is fire rated. The soap is a solid block and falls between the hair because it's coarse. The water then
Whoa.
mixes it and seals. Oh, so it leaks. So you're saying it's got to leak a little bit for it to work. Is that what I'm reading? The water
That's
then
what I
mixes and
hear.
seals. You got to leak a little
Yeah,
bit,
that's what I hear.
and then it works. I don't know if I
So
like
how do
that.
you know when it's too much?
Hemp
So
and soap is just cheaper than Teflon. Huh.
Really?
I mean, I guess.
I don't know. I
Fucking
mean, we
hemp.
can just go to Home Depot or
You could buy
anywhere
it.
and
You
get
could just buy a
Teflon if we
horse. You
run
could buy a horse and then feed it and
low.
just shave it every job and just get a bunch of free
Yeah,
horsehair. And then just everybody's got to bring. You got to bring in your own soap. That's a new requirement. Everyone, you got to bring us.
maybe.
Take your wife's soap. Don't take the expensive shit.
Yeah, they just have a barn right behind every service company.
Man, I want to
It's like
just
a
fly. I want to
requirement.
just fly over there and just bring like a can of dope and a fucking box of Teflon with me and be like, try this,
Like,
bro. Just try it. Feel
just
it.
check it
Just
out.
fucking
Just look at.
feel it.
Is it like a
Like,
law, like
whoa.
something like California, like you just can't have it?
Never
Is
leaks. It
that
mixes
why?
internally. Also, if it leaks in the future, it seals itself. Self-sealing, self-healing. Some fucking.
Hmm.
That's some good shit. It sounds like. And
Yeah, it
is that
does.
something we can mail? Is that something that someone can mail? Who am I? I'm gonna call the platypus guy and have him mail me some
Maybe
hemp
there's
and some
some
soap.
laws against it here.
Oh yeah, they're gonna like flag it because it's hemp. Send me some horsehair. I'll have Darian send me some horsehair, and then I'll just like I guess I can just get my own horsehair and soap and just try it, right? This is gonna be a garage
Yeah.
episode. We're gonna do a time. We're gonna do a time.
Oh, I think we should do that.
Should
A
we?
garage episode. Yeah.
Boom. All right. That's Oh my goodness. It's 10:10. It's an hour and that's an hour and 6 minutes. We've had a great time. Let's see how many of you guys actually hit
Hey,
the like
Matt,
button when
thank
I
you
was
for
just
coming.
recording.
And I can't
11
believe that
likes.
you
You guys are the
Googled us and
best.
saw us,
Thank you.
and thank
Googled
you so
us.
much.
Man, someone can earn a half of a gold star if you find the spot where he says that he found us on Google. I should have fucking wrote it down. I wrote down the part where you said something stupid in the beginning, and I wrote 4 minutes on my board. So I forget what it was at 4 minutes, and I'm gonna go back and take a screen recording and make a video of
Is
you.
that when he started his story?
It might have been. Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I started the story pretty quick. Pretty quick.
Also,
I don't know, 4 minutes
shout out to
maybe. Yeah.
Jeremy from Rising Force for the sickest hoodies on the market,
Yeah.
with writing on the
Check it
hood
out.
and writing on the arms and writing on the
It's
back. Fucking
awesome.
writing, there's writing everywhere. All right, that's it.
Vancouver, Canada.
We're on Facebook. There is Facebook comments. I lost them. I appreciate you guys on there. Oh, Matt Bass is also commenting on Facebook. Thighs are tight and hands soft and has soft hands that needs 2 cups so his hands don't get off. The office boy for sure. Matt loves you just as much as Daryl. I'm for it. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us, Matt. Thanks for googling us, man. That's wicked cool. Thanks for coming
Appreciate it,
on.
guys.